Welcome to Super Amplify. Super Amplify is a robust, easy to use platform that can be customized and integrates with your company technology ecosystem. It is built to make small to large workflows scale more efficiently and effectively use generative AI. The way to get started is to click Get Started, and then you can log in with your Google ID real quick. So here you go. So the concept of Super Amplify is to be able to use your documents effectively and gain the knowledge from them and work in a more efficient and effective manner. For example, you can create these collections, and collections are documents grouped together, and you can drag and drop documents of all kinds, including PDF, Word docs, CSV, video, sound, and all different types of files, even PNGs. And you upload them, and it'll also do optical character recognition and convert those files into text. So what the power of the software is that it allows you to pretty quickly create content from your data that's based on your data. So here you go. Create a LinkedIn post on this. So pretty quickly it will generate a LinkedIn post on the data that I have in that collection. So right here I have two documents, venture capital doc and then approaching venture capital. So here we go. So it generated information for me from those documents. And then now what I can do is I can create output workflow. So once this is generated using generative AI, I can click this W, call it VC journey, and boom, now I have a document that I can pull up about what I just created. So as you can see, we have the ability to do all kinds of cool things like that, where we're able to generate data that can be turned into output like Word documents, PDFs, PowerPoint presentations, CSVs. You can generate all kinds of cool output. So that's one example of what you can do with Super Amplify. Other things you can do with Super Amplify is, as you put knowledge into the system, imagine this is self-hosted or hosted for you, and you would want to share this data with other users in your company, with other users maybe outside your company, your clients even. So what you can do is you can select the knowledge and make it public, add to marketplace, and those knowledge bases will show up for your users that are eligible. So it'll all be managed so that only the right people get to see your data. And then you can monetize your data as well by offering it for subscription. So there's a lot of different things you can do with your data that you may not normally be able to do safely and securely that you can do now through this platform, right? Other things that this platform can do is gives you access to all kinds of large language models, including GPT Turbo, Gemini Pro, Llama 70 billion. And as those models evolve, those new models will also be available. So you have Claude from Anthropic, Microsoft Orca, you have experts trained Mistral model, you have voice music models, music generation models. And then another cool feature I'll show you now is Google search. So if I was to search for, let's say venture capital and ran it, I would get really quickly a safe Google search. And what I could do is I could use that and do some research, meaning scrape the website of that page, and boom, I have everything that was on that website. And so I can quickly turn that into, throw that into this knowledge folder that has all information on VC, VC info. So now I can save this into that knowledge folder or collection, and now I have one additional file here that has more information on venture capital. So I could use this data that I just mined, and I can do that across a number of websites and be able to use that data to create better outputs, right? So that's another great feature with Super Amplify. Other things I can do is I have the ability to use image models from Stable Diffusion, from OpenAI. I have the ability to do saved prompts. One of the most important things that you see is that in workplaces you want to do repeated things and with your data. So if you have a certain amount of data, you may want to do something. If you have another set of data, you may want to do the same thing. So, for example, I can say, alphabetical order, right? And so I'm going to go ahead and save this sequence, call it alphabetical. And once I save it, it's going to be available for me to pick. And then, let's say I clear this. I have this save prompt that's going to pop up every time. So let's say I have a document, and let's see what's in here. So let's see here what's in here. 3 ways to drive. Let's see here, real estate trends. Okay, so let's take this real estate trends document, and I'm going to create another. I'm going to clear this. I'm going to create another save prompt. I'm going to call it top 3 trends, and I'm going to save that, and I'm going to call it top 3. I'm going to create this new save prompt. Let's call it top 3. And then I'm going to be able to run it for this set of data. So it's going to pull up the top 3 from this set of data, right? And then let's say I need to do the same thing with another set of data. Let's finish. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to clear this, and I'm going to let's go to this other set of data right here. I'm going to move some of these files around a little bit, so that way there's only 3. Okay, so I'm going to take this 3 ways to drive, and I'm going to go ahead and go back to this top 3 here, and I'm going to run it on that data. So basically, I pretty efficiently was able to run this thing on 3 sets of data and was able to get information on different data running the same prompt. So I have the ability to use a single prompt multiple times over and over on different set of data, which makes my experience super powerful. Other things I can do is I can actually add multiple steps. So I could have a multi-step prompt, and I could run the same thing on the data over and over again. So this creates a lot of powerful workplace applications where if I have different data, but I want to run the same process on that data, I can do that pretty effectively. Other things I can do with Super Amplify is I also have this ability to, like I said, pick a particular model and ask questions, but I also have this ability to use something called discuss. And what discuss does is I can choose multiple models and ask a question. So let's take, in this example, let's take GPT Gemini Pro, Llama 70 billion, and Claude 2.1, and let's ask a simple question like fastest bird. And so what will happen now is that each of those models will generate an answer. And what's awesome about this is that we can actually have a discussion where all these models will come up with answers, and I'll be able to share context amongst the different models and then be able to continually ask questions. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, all right, so that ran. I'm going to ask another question. I'm going to say, is there other fast birds? So we were just talking about fast birds, and so what it's going to do is it's going to remember the previous answers, and then it's going to update the answers. And so right now this first one got updated, so now it's working on this one, and so it's just going to go in and update all the answers. And so we're going to have a live discussion where all the context is shared, so so these models, it looks like they're coming up with the same answers, but it's kind of powerful that they're all sharing their context and discussing to come up with better and better answers together. So we can create a lot of powerful things for these different models. So that's kind of nice as well. There's a lot of other things this software can do. For example, we have the ability to have the AI take a persona, and there's lots of different personas to choose from. That's powerful. And then, the other thing is it's going to track, the questions that people have asked. You can see the different subscriptions that you can have. And then there's lots of other things this will do. But this was a quick explanation of what it can do till now. And we're excited about where this will go.